Shimmer, you tubulum! My name is NoNo, and welcome back to another episode of I almost said Olivia Wants to Hug. It's I Want to Hug That Gator! I am tired. Okay, here we go. The snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lighting. There's not a lot of options aside from what you'd expect. Pizza, ice cream, chicken strips, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for her food. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings slathered in hot sauce. I just went for the classic chicken strips and one of the sodas I recognized from the school vending machine. Sorry, I had to collect myself. We take a seat on one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they're cleaned. Davey doesn't bother sitting with us, and she steps right back into the fray with both his arms occupied by his dinner. Liz follows after Damien to keep track of him, at least her head does. Olivia barely even sets her tray down before... Crunch, crunch, crunch. I subtly shift myself away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Damien probably said he'd cover the meal just because he knew Olivia would get like this. Sheesh, Hot Wheels, would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping the bone in two between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little, and she has to get a napkin to wipe her cheek. Suddenly, my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside and closer to the toothed tornado. It only takes moments for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Don't mention it. So, after we finish, any other plans? Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around in her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. It's just a chicken bone, Inko. An oddly large chicken bone. I don't know. I've basically done all I want to do by now. Damien's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something. Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you, though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah? Of course. Never had this much fun outside of my previous schools, mainly because I've never had friends to hang out with. That's kind of sad. It is, but it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curl into a smile, and Liz and Damien too, of course. Though I have to admit, the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had all this set up. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. She jerks back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something? Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Something whips at the back of my tail. Yeah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry! Yeah. I had fun today. Going out like this for the first time in ages, seeing this place again, it's nice. That Buster guy said they renovated a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed, but other than that... She turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. No, it stayed the same. You know what has changed, though? What? The people here. What, like employees? Them too, but I meant the regulars. When we came here, the place was always more... Her tongue probes her cheek as she considers different words. More hectic? No, more packed. It was so easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building, and with the look she had back then, I don't think she'd noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back toward the arcade machines. But then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about when you and the guy were playing Jurassic Kick? Yeah, okay, it was like that, but way more. Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it. Everyone just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn. With the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back towards me. It just feels empty, like everything else nowadays. I mean, empty is good. You were able to get around easily. Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I can feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. Her only response was a non-committal hum. Olivia handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I'd noticed earlier with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned that it was about an old show she'd watched. Say, I noticed the sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, that? It's from some old anime that I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. From some anime, huh? What's it about? You want to know? Sure, I never really caught up on the whole anime stuff, but I'd like to know what it is about. Well, if you really do want to know, it's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam, and for the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam in details. Given that I'm clueless to it as I was with the fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker is out of a symbol worn of a faction of space noids fighting for their independence. Sounds like just a noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionately about the series franchise, that's a lot. For how long? But that's the alternate universe stuff. Oh, and then there's this martial arts one. As she continues her description of the franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. Not just about hearing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with such passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in her voice as she recounts a particular version of the anime, as she's even taken to emulating segments of the show. And then in the end, he finally admits it, and it's one of the best romances Gundam's done, and her sudden pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing? Doesn't sound like nothing. Rather, given the roughness in her tone again, her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. She drinks deeply from the canteen that she started this all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year? She releases the canteen and lets out a breath of relief. Better? Olivia nods. Yeah, anyway, where'd I leave? Actually, I've probably been babbling on long enough about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Nah, it's fine. Besides, you let me talk about my favorite show, so tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything, just mostly video essays about old shows. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having played them, but does that apply to TV? Olivia sure has taste. She can tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like, oh shoot. I have no swag. Bitchless. I guess I've spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. Man, that's embarrassing. No it's not. Okay, maybe a little. But it's never too late to get into it. See what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch a whole anime series. I like the sound of that. But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey! Relax. Toku shows like that aren't just for kids to like. It's funny, though. I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DoD. Wow, really? Yep, been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. Normally, he hasn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months. That must suck. It isn't all that bad. We still call each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy. Oh, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folks is important. Why do I feel sad now? What about your parents? What's their job? Oh, mine are joint partner is an architect. It's why we move around a lot. The main reason why we're here in Volcadera is to begin with. Ah, now it all makes sense. What does? You know, she points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia. Dude, who else wears clothes from Abercrombie and Flint and has extra pairs of Ray-Ban sunglasses on them? People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and... Oh, I see what you mean. Now you get it, moneybags. Suddenly Liz starts waving her hands around excitedly. What the... Eiko, Olivia! Damon comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Whoa, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him. Damon got the jackpot at Mega Millionaire. This is probably like 1,000 tickets. I'm gonna go see what this gets me at the prize counter. Come on! Holy crap. Alright, yeah, you done eating, Olivia? She takes the basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the prize counter. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of the unamused clerk. So what'll this get me? Nothing. You need to drop this in the ticket counter first. Ah, damn, nearly forgot. He rushes off to get them counted, and I look over my options. There's a few old games on the top shelf for several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items. Whoopee cushions, air horns, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plushie toys hanging. What do you think he'll get? Probably the mini RC car? Or no, maybe that plasma globe. He's gonna get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? Alright, I'm back! He hands the ticket over. I spot the 1247 printed on it. Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. Let's see. I want... How about that? He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The clerk glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand. Ah, damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas. I guess I'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display. You guys can have the rest. I don't really need anything here. Nothing's really speaking to me either. I want something. Olivia scans the corner. There's still enough tickets for a medium prize. She might be going for a paddleball or something. Whoa, look at that! She points to the plushie corner. The blue slug thing? No, next to it. It's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. The only one of its kind. I kinda want to dropkick it. That one? I don't know. Something about it really makes me want to... I don't know. Tie it to a firework and set it off into a deep fryer? I was just thinking the same thing. You guys are rude. I'm not saying you're wrong, though. He looks like he's the reason we have taxes. I hate its face. He thinks he's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it. It's been around for years. Tell it I hate it. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? It's just like me. Her eyes are bright and wide. She's in love. Oh. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy and she looks down into its deep, beady eyes. Yep, just like me. I'm gonna set that thing on fire sometime. Not if you like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues. For several minutes. Hey guys, it's getting late. Think it's time we head out. Ah, shoot. She's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about. Agreed. Aw, I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know, this was a lot of fun. Coming all here together for the first time in a while. Thanks for taking us, Liz. Oh, it's no problem. Thanks to you guys, too. Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. Is it just like you remember? Even better. I know it was a bit of meh about the idea at first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. Ah! Cute! I'm just saying, you should try hiding pencils in ears until they come out of the other side of its head. If anyone hurts him, I'll kill you. She stares with razor intent back at Damien. Okay, let's not get into the fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugs the wretched thing tighter. So, Inko, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh, dang, yes, please. Hadn't thought of that. I quickly send Liz the address to my house, which she puts into Google Maps. Buckled in, we head out of the parking lot and onto the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass by the city, now illuminated. The early fall sunset bathes the car's interior a warm orange, and as we make our way home, find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. I wanted to ask her again just so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me a pause. Well, I suppose I can ask her some other time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Wait, lie? Let her rest. She had fun. Now she's tired, and that's all that matters. No. I know Olivia mentioned that place was updated, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that it looked a bit too grimy. Just hope I don't get sick. Yep, I got sick. I've been completely out the whole weekend like a sick dog. Must have caught it at the arcade. At first it was just a slight headache and a stuffy nose. By Sunday it felt like my bones were made out of paper mache. I couldn't even go to school today. Man, this sucks. I shouldn't have ignored the signs. The rapid weather change isn't helping at all either, between the pollen and chills. Worst part is, I'm falling out of practice. I've tried on and off every hour to watch a drawing tutorial, but within minutes my consciousness is overtaken by a fog, and I retreat back to my bed. At this rate, I'll never actually have the skill people thought I had at the beginning of that contest. Between the sunlight obscuring clouds and my own bouts of unconsciousness, it feels like I've been sick for weeks instead of days. I would have asked my parents for some help, but they still had work, and most help they could be was simply calling into school to let them know I was sick. I finish off the cup of medicine I'd made and go back to my noodles. The only reason I'm even conscious right now is because I figured some soup would help with the splitting headaches. And I've made sure the pantry's stocked full of cup ramen. I shovel even more instant noodles into my mouth as I splay on the couch, trying to watch whatever's on the TV. Eventually, I decide to set the salty goodness aside in favor of scrolling through the notifications on my cell phone. Of course, I've gotten a few dozen from Damien. Bless his heart, he's been giving me an hourly play-by-play of the school day. Got a few messages from Liz, too. She's also filling me in on the school day, albeit not nearly as often as Damien. Even Olivia messaged me, and I feel oddly soothed as I read her well wishes. I suddenly get another notification, this time from Ben. It's a PDF of my homework, followed soon after by a simple get well soon animated emoji. Aren't I popular? I'll be sure to thank them in person when I'm better. Another wave of fuzziness washes over me, so I pop a few flu meds and chase it down with another gulp of lukewarm chicken broth. 3 days of being sick as a dog, and it only occurs to me now that I haven't seen any sign of... Huh? I thought I already got my grocery delivery today, or was that yesterday? Whatever. I pushed myself upright on the couch, turned sick bed, uncaring for all the styrofoam noodle, plastic cups, and plastic wrappers that fall on my carpet. Wow, I really let things get out of hand. My head is spinning as I make the arduous 20-foot journey. I check at the people and nothing is there. Or maybe it's a small child. Tri-ass scout cookies sound awesome right now. One hand works to undo the locks while I'm focusing on finding my wallet on the other. Damn poofy sleeves, if they weren't so warm. Sup, you dead yet? Olivia? What? How? What are you doing here? In spite of her cheerful greeting, Olivia shifts side to side in her seat and her knees trotter together. Mr. Latican wanted me to give you the project worksheets for his classes. She pulls her backpack up from behind her chair and reaches in, drawing out a manila envelope and waving it to my face. My dizziness intensifies as my eyes attempt to track the rapidly moving object in front of them. Oh, the one about Baroque? Thanks. I'm pretty sure Ben had just sent me those as a PDF. She snorts and lets the packets go, my hands fumbling to catch it before it hits the floor. Without batting an eye, Olivia pushes past me, as if wandering into someone's house is an everyday occurrence to her. Come on, the project isn't going to finish itself. Huh? She's already wheeled herself to my couch and set a backpack on the coffee table. Yeah, figured you could use some help on it, or... She balks at the mountain of junk I've left. I think her nose crinkles, hard to tell from so far away. Damn, Inko, you live like this? Her head finally catches up with what's transpired. Olivia's here now. Cool. What isn't is the sudden onset of vertigo. Guess I was standing upright for too long. I only managed to stay up just enough thanks to the support of the wall. What? Just how sick are you? Pretty sick. The disgust that was on her face was wiped away as she looks at me. Huh, I wonder why. Why's my floor coming at me? Yeah, I figured that was bound to happen. Owie. After my impromptu tumble, Olivia had done her best to pull me up and get me to the couch. My robe did make it easy to drag me along the smooth floor of my house. Okay, forget the project. What project? Attaboy. I can't tell if the dizziness is new or not. Olivia's already started picking at the trash mountain, moving what she can into the grocery bag. Watching her with my vision going fuzzy only intensifies the vertigo. I guess I should take more of my medicine. I can grab a can of soda from the half-empty case on the table along with the bottle of cough syrup. I upend the can and bottle into the glass I've been using all weekend, watching the delicious mixture slowly become my Panchea. Wait, he's mixing fucking coffee? He's making lean! This motherfucker's medicating himself with fucking lean! Give me the glass a good swirl to ensure the best final product. I grin and gulp down my alchemic masterpiece. I don't get to finish the drink, however, as an olive green tail slams my midsection and makes me spit up the drink all over myself. What the fuck are you doing? No wonder you've been sick as shit. What, I read online that makes the medicine go down easier. Ego, you've been drugging yourself with fucking purple drag. It's fucking lean, bro. I mean, yeah, it's purple and I drink it. Holy crap, how are you alive? Oh, the smell of my spat-up drink irritates my nose and I feel my stomach row from both the impact and forced purging. I resist the urge to retch, feeling all my energy drain away. Ugh. I feel completely spent again. My vision swims and the world turns counterclockwise. I feel something on my head and I'm thankful that something soft and warm and soothing, smooth maneuvers it back onto the couch. The blackness of my shut eyelids returns, the uprightness of the world and the numbness I'd grown used to overtakes my limbs. Oh my god. Inko? Inko, are you okay? Oh man, stay there. I'll figure... Olivia's voice is drowned out by a growing drone of white noise. Once again, the colors from outside the window bleed and flood into my house. And I'm still without my rent money. Someone's in here still. They're bent over something. Hey you, what's going on? Oh, what in the fucking shit? Funny Gator girl on wheels. Hang on, I'll try to help you out. So big hugs. I Wani hug. What's going on? Who's this? Where's Lucy? Where's my daughter? If man came from monkeys, then how does Coach Sully exist? Oh, that one. Don't say anything. You're completely incoherent. Incoherent. That's my name. Before I can say anything, my being fades into the void. Who made that fucking coked up fucking drawing, dude? Oh, God. My head. What year is it? I sit up and glance around the room. Mom and Dad aren't back yet, even though it's 6 o'clock. Some business meeting, huh? Wait, no, what's that smell? Dang, something's cooking. Smells nice. Guess Mom is home. Wonder what the occasion is. Normally it's just reheated whatever. I put the couch pillows back the way my parents like them and head into the kitchen to see what's up. Wow, Mom, what smells good? Shit, sorry. I didn't know you were still... Oh, man, I passed out on you, didn't I? The assignment... It's fine. You feeling any better? Oh, are they not around very often? Yeah, they're usually busy with work stuff. Both have busy, but well-paying jobs. I'm fine, don't worry. If you say so. Olivia looks down at the slow cooker and fiddles with one of the dials. Actually, are you? Do you really not have anyone around? No aunts, grandparents, or nothing? I shrug. Like, my mom's gone and my dad's a whole nother story, but at least he stuck with me with the pains. In that way, I guess you're worse off than me somehow. The last part she spoke was quieter, with her downcast face. I can't help but feel I wasn't meant to hear it. Well, yeah, you at least have your folks, but I don't think it does much good comparing our situations. I'll just have to be a better parent for my kids. Olivia flinches. I don't know why, though. Isn't that what everyone wants? You plan to start a family? Yeah, of course. What about you? My dad really wants me to. He knows he's pretty far from ideal. He's told me before that he hopes I can make a family work like how he couldn't. It'd be nice. I mean, it's probably not going to happen. I think it can. Well, after you collapsed, I panicked. I had to call Mrs. Payne to ask her what to do, if I should call emergency services. She said that when this happens to Damien, she just makes some shepherd's pie and waits for him to sleep it off. I had to root through your fridge to find out if you had jack shit in terms of ingredients. And your appliances, too. I thought a place as upscale as this would clearly have an air fryer. But all I could find was this slow cooker, so I threw the vegetables that hadn't expired into some stock. Should be good for your sinuses, at least. I vaguely remember something along those lines. I stepped closer to Olivia, peering into the glass window of the cooker. I didn't even know we had half of whatever's in there. Really? Why would your parents buy this kind of stuff just to let it rot away in the fridge? My mom does like to cook, but she doesn't do it very often. I wish she would. The green gator snorts. You know, I'm only spoiling you because you're sick. It's not that. I just missed dinner, you know? Sitting around the dining room table and talking to each other. We don't really do that anymore, except maybe our holidays. Olivia winces. No kidding. Sorry to pry. I can't help but sigh as I think about my lackluster relationship with my mom and dad. It's alright. Anyway, I didn't take you for the culinary type, Olivia. The awkwardness of just standing and staring gets to me, so I choose to take a seat at our own island table. Man, these chairs are surprisingly comfy. This is actually the first time the table's even used since we've moved in. Thinking about it, Olivia's giving me a lot of firsts now. I kind of wish Mom would make dinner again, like before she got that promotion. Olivia hums to herself as she moves towards the fridge, pulling out the egg carton and scowling after checking it. How often do you get groceries, Inko? I ordered some earlier. Actual groceries, not that junk. Oh. God, that's such a waste of money. Imagine if you could cook the food you like. I try to, but my head starts to get a bit lighter. Though now I can practically taste the salivating smell coming from the cooker. Is that why you're in home ec? There's another low hum from her as she considers something. I wanted to be ready when I had a place of my own. And it's actually relaxing. Just keeps my mind and hands busy when I'm alone. Plus, it's either this or, another, Mrs. Payne's all the time. The cooker pings, signaling the stew is finished. When Olivia takes the lid off, a cloud of steam erupts from the rich aroma of cooked meat and vegetables. Can you grab us some bowls? I'm guessing they're in the shelves above. I nod and get up, moving around the table to the shelf with all the bowls. I give the top a quick dust check, sticking it back in and taking the two under it. Olivia already has the ladle ready, stirring the soup slowly. I set the bowls down next to her and she ladles in servings for us. Okay, moneybags, back to the couch. You don't want to eat at the table? I can't. What did... Oh. The island table doesn't really have the space for her chair to fit underneath. Plus, I want to enjoy some quality entertainment. I figured we could watch something together on that big flat screen you've got. That's okay, right? Sure. I carry both bowls back to the couch, seeing the entire living room has been cleaned up. Man, I really need to make up this to Olivia somehow. Just watching something doesn't feel like a fair deal at all. Not only cooking, but even cleaning up after. I'll find a way to repay her. I set down our dinner on the coffee table. Before Olivia can say a thing, I place both hands on the corner of the couch and push. Didn't think it'd be so hard, but then again, I am still out of sorts. The space created, however, is enough for Olivia to work the front of her chair in. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod, then angles her chair in a way to let her use her tail and the couch's armrest to pivot herself onto it. Thanks. I give Olivia a small nod and smile as I grab my spoon off the table. Leaning closer to the bowl, the comforting aroma of soup wafts up my stuffy nose. First time I'm getting goosebumps that aren't caused by cold flashes. I get a good spoonful of Olivia's homemade remedy, making sure to get some meat and veggies as well. Still piping hot. I blow a bit of air on the spoon to cool it down. Pussy. What? Hey, the last thing I needed with this favor is second-degree burns all over my tongue. Whatever you say. Once I feel that it's sufficiently cooled, I slurp my first spoonful. My dry, tired eyes close in bliss as the flavors wash over my taste buds, firing them all off like fireworks. To describe it as being good would be a severe understatement. The stock is rich and hearty. The meat is well cooked. It could easily fall off the bone it came from. The vegetables gave it a nice aromatic touch. All of it well seasoned and spiced. It's like I'm experiencing the scene from Ratatouille. Completouille. Sensing and seeing the different flavors move and dance around in my mind. For a brief moment, I forgot all about my favor and only felt the warm presence of the soup envelop me like a cozy blanket. Is it good? Like a record scratch, I'm taken out of my experience and brought back to earth by the Baronix's voice. I don't know what the... I need to figure out how to say that. I can't say that. I look to see Olivia giving me a questioning look, idly crunching and munching her soup. I also realized that I'm sunk into the couch, my arms to the side like rag dolls. Felt like my body was weighed down for both my sickness and the soup. Guess I got lost in the broth. Wow, Olivia, this soup is awesome. Olivia rolls her eyes at my enthusiastic compliment, but lets out a tiny smile. Ah, it's nothing. I just threw some shit together in a pot and called it food. Anyone could do that. Olivia looks away, once again cutting herself short. With weak strength, I lifted myself up from the couch's gravitational pull to better look at the shying scaly. I'm serious. This is the most delicious soup I've ever had. Olivia moves her head back closer to me, but still avoids my gaze, her smile a little weaker. All right, I get it. Don't have to make it sound better than it is. It's just helping you out your flu. I'm not saying it because of the flu. Honestly, you have a real talent for cooking. Olivia turns towards me. Her smile is still small, but filled with honest joy. You really think so? I nod, even as the soothing warmth of Olivia's soup settles in and manages to return her meek smile with my own tired one. I know so. Her eyes dart around for anything else to focus on, desperately trying to redirect her fluster. She shakes the fluster off her face and checks around for her bag. Well, I'll get going. Going? I thought we were waiting to get caught up on your shows. Well, remote's right there. It's the least I can do after your help today. What were you wanting to watch? She eyes the remote and the oversized screen on our wall. A few things, nothing in particular. I remember you asking last month for some recommendations, so I've been thinking of a few you might like, but if you're sick and all, I don't want to... Yeah, I'd love to see what you have. My parents probably won't be back to hog it for another few hours. If they come back tonight at all. So it's a pretty good time. You really sure? Sure, I'm sure. Show me all about the deep cultural meaning of animated dinosaur folk cartoons. Oh my god. You're lucky you're sick right now. Yep. Olivia takes the remote and flicks the TV on. After getting over the initial shock of the screen being smaller than she is, she navigates to it being taller than she is. I don't know why, but she navigates to a streaming site and picks some colorful series I'd only seen in passing. This one has a rough pilot, but it gets better a few episodes in, and the animation's top-notch. She flips the first episode on, and an establishing fight scene unravels while Olivia moves back by the couch with me. Then, to my surprise, she heps herself out of her chair and into the cushion next to me. I move my arm out of the way to make room. Oh, sorry, should have asked. Of course you're welcome to sit. I know, but thanks. We focus back on the show. Well, I do. Olivia's glancing my way after every joke, an expensive shot to analyze my reaction. And when it's not for that, it's a forewarning that something a bit cheesy was about to happen. Eventually, the first episode closes. The heroes are ready to begin their journey, for real, in the following one. The credits scroll and Olivia swishes her hair aside from her fingertips. So, yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know, what do you think? I liked it, yeah. Really? Well, they got the whole season, you want to see more? Wait, didn't you say you wanted to catch up on your shows? This is the pilot episode. She fumbles the remote in her hands and has to catch it midair. Well, yeah. Just figure you should know what's all going on so you're not lost, you know? But if you want to keep watching this, that's fun too. She quickly pushes the button to start the next episode without my response. Cute is all that runs through my mind as it attempts to cover for her small mistake. She's probably just refreshing her memory and... I wonder why I thought cute fit. Well, it does. Hell, endearing, every time she glances over as if I wouldn't be enjoying the show. Sure, Mom and Dad aren't back in any rush. The characters on screen freeze. Oh shoot, did the Wi-Fi go out again? I try to stand up, but a brutish heavy limb anchors my lap back down. Olivia's tail feels like a boulder across my legs, keeping me from standing. Olivia? I just paused it, Inko. Oh. There's a complicated expression on her face. Is it normal? It's what normal? She chews her lips slowly in consideration. Your parents, are they not really going to be coming back? I shrug. They're always busy with work. I feel a shifting next to me. Olivia's inched herself closer. When I think about it, I barely see them at all. More shifting. I wonder sometimes. The tail shifts to my abdomen now. Does anyone even care? All the movement has stopped, as if reality itself has paused. Man, I must be more tired than I thought. I feel my head sway as my muscles ease into putty. I'm sure they do. I look at Olivia, who is shoulder to shoulder with me now. I mean, Dad's kind of the same. Olivia chews her lip as she considers her words. He's always too busy. The whole reason I live with my godparents is because Dad has to travel for work. So he doesn't... I stop myself as I see the faint wetness in Olivia's eyes. Sorry. Her eyes close and a somber sigh escapes her lips. No, it's fine. I get it, Inko. There's a silence hanging over us now. I copy after the sweet girl next to me, letting my eyes slide close and a sad breath loose. After some time, she breaks the silence with soft and tender words. Of course your parents care. Just like Dad. Why else would they work so much? But what about me? I wince at just how pathetic that sounded. It's for you, you doof. How else could you afford all these nice things? Her words go quieter as time goes on and my body sinks into numbness again. Dad cares enough to work for my sake. Enough to talk to my godparents into letting me live with them. They didn't have to, and yet I'm burdening them. My mind connects the dots. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophia into it, which is why I don't have to be able to live on my own as soon as I can. Because if they don't want me there anymore, that's it for me. I recall just how happy they were to have Olivia rejoin the party. They wouldn't, though. They love you like Damien and Vinny. She shakes the morose thoughts from her head, then looks at me with serious moonshade eyes. Anyway, you should do the same for your parents, and yourself. What the fuck? There's so many goddamn cute moments! My world goes horizontal, and I find my head atop the comfiest pillow I'd ever felt. I nod, and the nod becomes a nuzzle into said pillow. Above me, Olivia yelps. I try to turn and see what's wrong, but something falls atop my head that keeps it in place. Nothing. The soothing, cool something rubs across my head, drawing me further and further into restful peace. Along with the gentle caresses, a deep vibrato emanates from somewhere, resonating in my tired mind. Okay. With the lulling touch and tone, my eyelids grow heavy. By the time I wake up, Olivia's gone. I check my phone for the first time, only to realize it's 4 a.m. I can't help but groan as I sit up from the couch, but instead of feeling horrible, like I had the past few days, I feel surprisingly well. There's no doubt that I have Olivia to thank. Hell, I might even be able to go to school today. Wonder if any of that soup's left. She probably left the rest in the fridge, right? I shuffle over to the appliance and open the door, allowing my eyes to adjust to the light. It only takes a second for me to spot a Tupperware container filled with the delicious meal. Nice! I'll have to ask her for the recipe sometime. Didn't she literally tell you she just threw a bunch of shit in a pot? Alright, hang on. We're pausing this episode. We're going to stop here. These episodes have been dragging on a little bit, and I apologize, but that was a scene change, and goddamn it, we're going to stop here. We'll continue in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I Want to Hug That Gator. Wani, I Want to Hug That Gator. Wani, hug that gator. Please tell me what you think about this game down in the comments below, and I will see all you know bros later. Peace for now. Bye!